I would throw up, I would spit out saliva. I couldn't even talk at the time. I didn't have strength. I was so emaciated.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome. So like I said, we're going to be discussing our first surprise that we experience as mothers or intending mothers after, marriage. And I like Oy to do the talking, to start that discussion. So what was it like? What was your experience like getting pregnant for the first time? Were you prepared? Did you have the right orientation on what conception was? Yes, you've seen a pregnant woman before, but what was it like for you being pregnant for the first time?
Yeah, I didn't know much. I didn't have much awareness. I've seen pregnant women, but I also knew that it varies with individuals. That's one thing I knew.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure how mine was going to be.
Okay.
So during my own pregnancy or conception, I wasn't sick at all. Just that I became so heavy that anybody that sees me will pity me. They're like, "Oh, sorry," and all that. So that's the kind of support we want. So this broadcast is also going to let people know they should try and support their fellow women during this phase.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, it was exciting getting pregnant after marriage. It didn't take a while to get pregnant after marriage. And then conception brought a lot of surprises that I didn't envisage. Lucky you, Oy. For me, I was, in fact, sick to my bones. I had all the terrible experiences that you can imagine. I would throw up. I would spit out saliva. I couldn't even talk at the time. I didn't have strength. I was so emaciated. I was looking so frail and weak, and I wasn't prepared for it. So that was the first surprise, I embraced in motherhood, which I had no knowledge about. Not that I had not heard from other women about what it was like to be pregnant. In my mind, I was only able to relate it to when I had malaria and all of that, but the experience was different. It was for me. Just like I'm speaking now and relating with Owa, and she doesn't really know what it feels like.
Honestly.
So why are we saying this? Why are we discussing this? Why are we talking about this? Now, like she mentioned that it is important for us to have a support system. First and foremost, some of the challenges I faced then being pregnant was I discovered a lot of women were irritated because I would throw out saliva. I was so sick, I was weak, not very strong, frail. And women would sit down and be wondering why is she, this way. And it looked as though they had their own, they were managing their condition by their own ability. But the truth is, there's what is called bodily hormone, and our hormones are different. And same also, the way our bodies react to these hormones are different. I've heard of cases where a woman was pregnant and didn't have any symptom or any health issue like hers for first, second, and third child, but for the fourth, she had this terrible weakness and nausea and was even hospitalized. So it varies, so that we women create a sort of a support system for one another. It is very important.
Especially because the women, you don't have control over it. If it's something that you can really do something about, you will do it, sure, because you don't want to embarrass yourself or embarrass the person close to you. But most times we don't have control over this because of those hormones. So please, let's try support one another.
Yes, very important. first, number one is support for one another. Another thing which I would like OY to throw light on is you discover that now there is more awareness on be doing something. It's important to be working, it's important to be working. Do you also feel that it is possible for some women in such condition not to be able to really work as expected?
Yeah, very, very.
So it's possible.
Very possible. And I have somebody close to me.
Okay.
Who, whenever she's pregnant, she always collapses, as in like faints. So she's hospitalized. Every month she goes to the hospital, like 2 to 3 times monthly.
You can
so
imagine.
That's her own body system. And such a person, you are not urging her or trying to compel her to work.
Or blaming her, even blaming her for not working.
Some people tag them lazy and all that. Not really because the person is lazy. It's the hormone at work. That's what we said, it varies.
Okay.
So she might not really be able to work because of her system and the hormones working.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, I thank you so much. And would like to, conclude this broadcast today with this. If you are a woman, you're a stay-at-home mom, you're not working and you're pregnant, or this was your condition, we'd like to say, don't beat yourself hard.
Yeah.
You have done wonderfully well by having babies. In fact, you're a blessing and you are blessed. And there is hope for you. Like scripture rightly puts it, that the latter end shall be greater than the former. That was your season. And you have done well by having your babies. You have more years ahead. And there's no need to feel guilty about your condition. There's no need to feel bad about your condition. There's no need to feel like you could have done more. You can do more. But we are glad you are alive. And once you're done having your babies, it is okay to kick back and get your life on the go. So thank you so much. Do you have something to say in addition to that?
If you're a stay-at-home mom and you're pregnant, just look for things, do research online, things you can do from home to earn your money. You're not doing bad at all. You're blessed.
Thank you, guys. So we will be calling it a wrap here. We'll be seeing you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed watching today. If you haven't subscribed, kindly hit the subscribe button, and we'll be seeing you on the next one. Until then,
Bye.
bye.